Now with Elegant Creations, and I'm here to do a tutorial, my tutorial Thursday. And what I am showing today, let me get my mat so I can align it. Okay, I am doing the post-it notes. Okay, so I did this one with the little shoe and the lipstick, and so I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, I'm going to try and show you how I color a mussel. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I cut a, oops. Okay, I dropped a piece that I need. Okay, so the Post-it note holder is 6 7/8 by 3 1/2. And then I cut the inserts at 3 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, I cut 2. Then I cut a strip that is 3 1/4 by 3/8. Okay, and then I score on my scoreboard. I do at 3 1/4. Let's see if I find my scoreboard. Okay, so I put it on my scoreboard and I do 3 1/4, and then I turn it and do 3 1/4. Okay, so this will be 3/8 of an inch here. Okay, so then you're just going to glue your inserts to your the main piece. My glue's a mess. I'm going to have to clean all the tops and stuff. They're getting stiff, clogged. Okay, so you round the corners on both of those. Okay, so you're just going to bring that here. And then you're going to do the other side. So you're going to cut 2 of the inserts. It's a really easy Post-it note holder, and you can get on Pinterest, and there's all sizes. I want to do a small one with bling, and so I haven't done that yet. Have all the measurements, I just haven't done it. I've been busy doing purses, so I got to finish those up. Well, I'm just working on the compacts to put in them on some of them, and the rest I have ready. And so you do the little middle. I just like to have this little part where it folds more sturdy. Okay. And then you can cut any edges that are off. And that's it. Okay, so now I get a piece of paper. I forgot my Post-it note. Let me go get one. I cut a scrap piece that I had. And this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/4. And then I do the corner punch. And I'll show you what that looks like. I don't think I have a pink Post-it note, so I'll just have to get a yellow one. So this is my corner punch. I have 2 of them, so I have this one. And then they're old. A lot of them don't even punch anymore. I don't make punches. Okay. So then you would insert your Post-it note right there. I'm not going to do this one because I'm going to try and get the colored ones. So I want a pink one for this. Okay, so you would do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do the 3D embossing folder. And I already cut these out. And I cut 2. I cut one with the shiny paper, or you can do plain paper. Then I did the inking on it with my old brown ink. And all you do is just kind of give it a little bit of highlight. That's all you do. Okay. So I cut this out of an oval that I had. I have different size of ovals. See if I can find them. And then I found this one that fit perfect. This one was too big, and then this was just right. So I did that one, and what I do is I sandwich it. Oops, why did I do that? That's not what I wanted. Not paying attention. Okay, so I have to put glue on my frame, not the back. Okay, so then you would bring that in. Okay, and I did buy some foil paper from Michaels. They came in a pack of the gold. I think I got a mix. I had the gold, silver, and I did buy some silver one at one time. But what I found, this particular one, I got at Hobby Lobby. And I found this one in the poster boards where they have the kids crafts and the regular crafts, where they have the poster boards. They had the foil. Okay, and it came in a huge sheet for 99 cents. So I bought that, and because this one is shinier than the other foil paper that I had from Michaels. That's a little duller. And so then, okay, so I'm going to put glue on all over on here, and I'm going to sandwich that to the other frame, just so it has stability. I always give my projects double. I just don't want them to fall apart. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. It's so windy over here. I live in New Mexico, and it is windy. My allergies are a mess. So excuse the sniffles. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color my flowers. Okay, so these pans, they're all kind of dried up, but I bought these. It's the Sharpies at Walmart years ago, and they were like a special edition, and they had these real pretty pastel colors and some purple and some green and blue and different colors, and I really like them, so I use them a lot. I think I put too much brown on this one, but anyways, I just kind of go around the little flowers. Try not to move my camera too much. Okay, and then I get my green. Where's the green one? This one. And it came with this green one too. And I just kind of go around and do all my leaves. I think it just gives it a nice little look instead of it being plain color. I can't really see. I think there's a leaf there. I'll fix it when. Okay, I just kind of go over it like that. Okay. So I will put this down, and I will put dimensionals that I get at Dollar Tree, and I put those so I can get some height on this. And if you want to ink your Post-it note, you can. Your paper. I just have these old ink pads that no longer have ink that much, but I use the Perfect for inking for me. And then every once in a while, my good ink, I will pat it on there just to give it a little bit more ink. Keep it going. Okay, so I just put that. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how I do. I kind of started how I do my. Get a piece of paper. Coloring. I'm not an expert. I just kind of just do. I'm going to put this at the bottom because I don't want it to. Okay. I started this. I already did the video once and it went off on me. So hopefully this time it won't. I need my brown. Okay. So I got these markers. They're Colors of the World at Walmart. And they have different shades. It's supposed to be of skin tone. So I just kind of do the inside, make it a tan color. And then I used this pink, but it's drying out. and I did the lighter color first. Let me get a shoe, another shoe. I cut a whole bunch of shoes, a whole bunch of lipsticks, and then that way I have them all ready. And then I just kind of color it in all over the top. Okay. Since I already did that one on the other video. It's drying out. Okay. And then I get this peachy color. And then I go around. I don't cover the whole thing. I just give a little highlight. Okay, I don't have the blending pans and all that. So I do this. And then you do the shoe. And I just do the edges. And that's it. Kind of gives it a little highlight. And then I'll do the inside of this shoe right there. Okay. So, this one you can do one of two things. You could do the all black, which is the one I did here. Or you can do a light and a dark gray. And that's what I did on this one. Okay. And so what I do on this one I bought at a yard sale. I don't spend a lot of money on all my pens and stuff. I just find whatever. And this one, this lady was getting rid of a bag full of pens. So I bought them and they had the gray. So this is a 4 and a 3. So I'm going to do the 3 first. It's lighter. It's supposed to be lighter. Do the gray. That dry a little bit. And then I get, this is a different pen set that somebody gave me. She found it at a yard sale, I think. And it had a whole bunch. And this came in it. So I just kind of, it's a little dark. I shouldn't have used that one. But let me show you. I should have used this one. This is the Colors of the World. Oops, wrong place. I'm a mess today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like making a lot of mistakes. Let me do the gray again. Where's my gray? This 3. I'll do the 3. Okay, so I won't do this one. It came out too dark. I used the wrong pen. Okay. Oops. I don't like that side. This came with 2 sides. I don't even remember how much I paid. The lady was moving out of town and she couldn't take all her craft stuff with her. So she sold, I think it was a bag full. It's all colors. But I use everything. I use everything I have. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with number 4 and kind of just do the outline again. And you can go a little bit more. Okay. And then I will, so kind of give it a little highlight, and then you can go over it with this, the lighter one, and go in the middle, make it darker. You can do it as many times as you want. So that's the gray. That's the way the gray looks. And then there's your lipstick, and then there's your shoe. Okay, so we're gonna put that down. And this again, I'm gonna put. I cut them all in white. And then I stamp them and put my stamp on it, and then I color it. So I have a basket full of them, like a little box. So I'll just cut and cut and cut all day, and then when I get watching TV or something, then I'll color, or I'll glue the 2 pieces together, or I'll stamp, whichever one. So it's just kind of busy work. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to do this one. And this one already has the double. And then you can put a little bit of, I put some clear nail polish once, like a shiny one. And it kind of made it stand out. Oh, it was pretty. And you could put bling on here. Oops, I went off. Then you just do that. I kind of like the gray, just kind of because it makes it subtle. Okay. And that's it for this. You could put flowers. You could put a little saying if you want. I'll probably put, I think I have a little stamp that says fabulous or something, and I'll just do that. And this is going to go in one of my little purses as the compact. And that's it. That's it for that. And so I want to kind of show you how I do my stamping. Because when you have the stamp and die, it's kind of hard to, what is it called? Line up. Okay. I made me something. Out there they have the Stamparatus and all that stuff for stamping. I just couldn't afford it, and I don't have a whole lot of stamp and dyeing stuff, and I don't really do that much stamping. It's more die cutting is what I do. And so I made me this little folder to do my stamping and my die. So I bought this, what are they called? They're the cutting boards at Dollar Tree, the plastic ones. So I bought that, and then I'm going to show you how I made one, if I could find my pieces. And let's see if I find my pieces that I cut out. So you can get quite a bit. I got 2 or 3 out of one sheet. So I like to do a small one and a medium size one. And then this is my medium size. This is my small. And then so sometimes I do a couple of them just to have, because sometimes I lose them. So I just put 2 pieces together, the same size, and then I will get just masking tape. I'm gonna move this because I don't want to get tape on my. Okay, so you would do halfways. Let's make sure that I do it right. Hope you can see that. Okay, so you bring that like that. So then you put them even. So see how I only went halfways on that, and then you fold that in. It's just something easy to use if you don't have the fancy machines. Okay, I'd rather buy dies than fancy machines sometimes. I buy what I need, and that's about it. Because there's so much out there. Put it on the inside also. Okay, and then you just cut it, hold it, and then you cut your excess. Okay, so that's how you do that. And so if you want to stamp, look a little, I don't know if this one will stick. This one doesn't stick because it's dirty. Let me see if I find something. That one will stick. Okay. So I'm going to put a piece of paper, okay, here, tape that down, and then you just get black ink. But I'm going to show you how I do my stamp and die, stamp and cut. Okay, so then you would just bring that over, press it down. Oops, I hope I'm not off. And then that will stamp your image. And then if it doesn't get anything up here, then you can do it again as many times as long as you don't move it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I do the perfume bottles and everything, because what I do is I stamp a whole bunch in white. Okay, in white or off-white, whatever I want. So I just have a bunch, and then I cut them, and then I color them. So I have that. Okay, so I'm going to get a blank one. So I get a blank one, and then I get my stamp. It's probably a little dirty. It might not stick. And then I just kind of press that in. So I have this backwards, okay? So I face it down, and then I get my blank, and then, okay, so I get a cardboard, and I run it through my machine with a die cut. Okay, and I get it big enough to fit my board, and then I glue it down. I did the double-sided tape. I didn't go too close here because I want to be able to get it out. So I kind of went like this, okay? Or you could put tape. As you can see, this one doesn't hold very well. But, okay, so insert this right here. Okay. And then you get your ink. Let me move some of the stuff out of the way. Okay, and then you ink your stamp. It works for what I use it for because I don't do a whole lot of stamping, like I said, and I don't own a lot of stamps. I have more die cuts than stamps. I have a few, but and I can always just stamp the little piece of paper if I need to. But this stuff, since it has the dies and you cut them, and so there you go. So then you stamp it. So that's how I do that. So if it's a little off, then that means you're stamped and go all the way. Okay, so you just adjust it. And that's how I get all mine done. So I have a whole bunch ready to go and they're matching, and then I can just color that. Okay, and if your stamp moves, you know, if my stamps don't work very well, what I do is I get a glue stick and then I glue it to this, and then you can wash it off. So, and then this one just comes right off. So I save these, and then I will put it on a piece of plastic if I put tape, and that way I save it, and that way it comes off. And then I can reposition it if I need to. Or take the tape off, you know, I just like either the cardboard or you could do a plastic, just so you can reuse it. And then I just go through my machine and cut a whole bunch, and then just sit there and stamp and stamp and stamp all day, you know, and then I have quite a bit. So that's how I do that. And I just wanted to show you the little tidbit on how I do that. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video helped. I know it was a little out there today, losing everything, but thank you all so much, and I appreciate it. If you would like to hit the like button and subscribe and leave me a comment and share with others, and that will help my channel. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.